Rakeshwar Singh Manhas, who was abducted by the Maoists after the encounter in which 22 of his colleagues were in fact martyred, has been released by the Naxals. The medical examination of the CRPF Cobra Commando is currently being done. Rakeshwar was kidnapped by the Maoists during the Bijapur ambush on April 3rd. Okay, these are the celebrations which are going on as we speak in Jammu, the hometown of Mr. Manhas, the Cobra Commando, who was abducted by the Naxals after the encounter. You can see his family members and others right now very, very relieved and celebrating.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं सबसे पहले थैंक्स गॉड भगवान को बोलूँगी, उसके बाद गवर्नमेंट को बोलूँगी, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, छत्तीसगढ़ गवर्नमेंट, उसके बाद मीडिया को और फोर्स को बोलूँगी थैंक्स सो मच। ज़िंदगी के सबसे गंदे दिन थे, बहुत मुश्किल से गुजारे मैंने, बट फिर भी मैंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी, पेशेंस रखा, नहीं वो वापस आ जाएंगे, जल्दी आ जाएंगे। दिल में यही था कि वो वापस आएंगे।
हम बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है और जो छोड़ रहे हैं हम उनका धन्यवाद, जो हमारे बेटे को छोड़ रहे हैं, और भगवान का बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा शुक्रिया। खुशी करेंगे, सब कुछ खिलाएंगे उनको, हाँ, वेलकम अच्छी तरह करेंगे उनका, हाँ।
Now, what we have picked up is that Rakeshwar Manhas was released in the presence of a lot of tribals and some social activists. He's expected to reach the Tarim camp very, very soon. This is the same camp from which he, along with his other troopers, had gone for the operation which resulted later in the gunfight, and that resulted in the death of 22 security personnel. Kamaljeet Sandhu, my colleague, is now joining us. Kamal, bring us up to speed. He was, in fact, the letter that the Maoists had initially sent, they had expressed that they want to release him. By when will he be at the Tarim camp?
कॉल भी आया शायद आपको?
हाँ हाँ, ऑफिशियली
आ गया कॉल। तो अभी क्या बोल रहे हैं? सही सलामत
सही बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, बिल्कुल स्वस्थ है। हाँ हाँ, ठीक ठीक।
उन्होंने बताया, ऑफिशियली बता दिया?
हाँ, बता दिया, ऑफिशियली बता दिया।
जिस तरह से हमने देखा भी किस तरह उनको छोड़ा गया है, क्या कहेंगे आज कितनी खुशी है?
Okay, that was the wife of Rakeshwar Manhas who was speaking to him after he was released. Kamal, is he now in the CRPF camp? What are you picking up from the sources? And, just bring us details on how this commando was released.
See, after 6 days and a heavy set of negotiations, this CRPF soldier, Rakeshwar Singh Manhas, has been released. Remember, they had put set of conditions. They had released his, not just a photograph, but also a 2-page letter demanding a set of negotiators. We know that journalists played a very important part in this. Now that he's been released and he was brought to the Tarim camp, his photographs are now available. He has been taken from Tarim camp for medical examination. That is what the CRPF senior officers tell us. So he's been taken from the Tarim camp for medical examination. He will be debriefed by the officials. Remember, it's the intelligence bureau, the CRPF, the police there who would want to question him under what circumstances was he taken away. Remember, there are reports coming in that his ammunition was exhausted, and after that, it's the Maoists who abducted him from the encounter side, use him as a trump card, but clearly a lot of pressure coming in with the Maoists keeping their own set of demands and also saying that they want a set of negotiators, the words of which has played, and now there is success coming in, a huge sigh of relief for the CRPF, huge sigh of relief for the family members of the CRPF commando, his release being very crucial. Otherwise, it was an emotional drama that could have played out. But clearly, the CRPF have stood strong behind their soldier. Remember, parts of the story still not known as to what really happened, what is the treatment which is meted out. But clearly, the release is something that the government is going to be looking at. Remember, at this point of time, where contradictory information had been coming in, there were talks whether he could be released in 2 days or weeks' time, or much more than that. The release has come much more earlier than what was expected. This is because of the hard negotiations and also the part. Remember, this will not mean that CRPF or the security forces will go soft on the Naxals. Counter Naxal operations
Yes.
is on the card. There will be a heavy retaliation, but for now, a sigh of relief for the country, for the family, and for the CRPF Jawans.
It is a big relief as far as the CRPF is concerned, the family is concerned. On your screens, ladies and gentlemen, are these exclusive visuals of this CRPF trooper who is now being released, and he was released in the presence of some local journalists. He is on a bike and he's being taken back. These are visuals when he was released, and he came out of the thick jungles of, in fact, Chhattisgarh's South Bastar area, where he has now been released, and he's on his way, in fact, to the Tarim camp, where the CRPF initially, the same camp from where he had initially gone for that operation, and it was also in the vicinity of this camp, few kilometers down this camp, that encounter, in fact, took place. Kamal, this also would give an opportunity to the security establishment to try and understand what all went wrong as far as this entire operation is concerned. He would have vital information of the hours that, during the encounter as well.
Remember, he was a constable, so the decision-making was not really lying with him. But he would know as to how many troops were there. Now, what we know, and we've been able to break down for our viewers, is that there was a bigger cordon which was given from the force side, which were kilometers away from the 400 men who were originally part of the encounter. That was DRG, the STF, and the Cobra Battalion, including some of the Bastaria Battalion boys. Now, when they reached a particular mound, a higher ground, that is when they were camping, giving much space and time for the Maoists to really ambush them. They were firing from 3 sides, and that is when they ran towards the nearest village, the Jiram village, and this is where the Naxals were hiding, and they opened fire from within the houses and from within the trees, not giving much time for CRPF or the security force men to take cover. And this is where the most casualties have taken place. But remember, it was a bravely fought war, if I can say so, between the security forces, because they fired back. Otherwise, the casualties could have been much, much more. But they fought very bravely. They fired back, and that is where they also caused heavy casualties to the Maoists. But remember, we've been told by our sources the ammunition of Rakeshwar Singh. Remember, several weapons were looted away, including the bulletproofs, the arms, the ammunition, and thereafter, once there were people who were left behind, so there were mortal remains of the soldiers, then they could not be immediately retrieved, only because, remember, Maoists have a strategy of putting booby traps. So the moment you go close to the bodies, some of them blow up, and that's been the past experience. So it took another 24 hours before the bodies could be retrieved. But clearly a setback came in when Rakeshwar Singh Manhas was found missing, when he said he could be presumed dead. But that was not the case, because the Maoists did release his photograph, putting the government under pressure. But remember, Amit Shah as Union Home Minister, and then the Congress government right there in Chhattisgarh, they have a huge task. One, whether there's going to be a joint strategy to take on Naxals, and remember, a decisive battle, as the Home Minister said. And if there is any negotiation, it has to be done. It has to be done only if the Maoists surrender. So clearly it was Hidwa, Nagesh, and the other groups of the PLGA, the Battalion number 1, which is responsible in that area. They are the ones who've carried out this entire massacre or a bloodbath, and then thereafter also took opportunity to abduct and held and hold captive the soldier. So now this is going to be a huge relief. But remember, this is not going to stop the forces. So we know a counter-offensive isn't the offing, but clearly the sort of card that the Maoists were holding,
Okay.
the Rakesh Manhas, that is now over. A huge sigh of relief, but remember, they will be asking questions whether he's okay.
Huge
whether he's,
sigh of
okay.
relief, but as far as the PR spin is concerned, the Maoists who were in fact saying that they will release him unharmed, trying to utilize it, to get some positive publicity after, in fact, killing 22 Indian troopers and 31 were injured as well. Kamal, I just want to understand from you, no matter what happens, there are very, very serious questions that the top leadership, people, those who were involved in planning of this operation, will possibly have to answer. So far, we have seen so many, big encounters where we have lost our soldiers. Will some heads turn this time?
Ankit, my sense from the ground is perhaps not, because remember, this was a proactive encounter. The forces actually went to ambush Hidma, went to ambush the commanders of the PLG, or the battalion number 1, but in turn got ambushed. So this is obviously one upmanship that the Maoists have shown, but that may not be for too long. There has been enough training, and remember, K. Vijay Kumar from the MHA, we know that the senior officers have been on the ground. So it is a long haul and it's a lot of hard work. There are ups and downs in this.
आराम से सिंगल हो जाए तो उसका 1-1 मिनट का इंटरव्यू कर लेंगे।
जैसे ही हम लोग को ज्ञात हुआ ऑपरेशन में जो मिसिंग था वो जवान माओवादियों के चंगुल में है, तो वैसे ही हम लोग के जो है लगातार प्रयास जारी थे, विशेष करके इस क्षेत्र के जो समाज प्रमुख लोग हैं और साथ ही जो इस संभाग में जो कार्यरत जो है प्रमुख जो है समाज सेवी लोगों से, उनके माध्यम से संपर्क किया गया। साथ ही उसमें कुछ मीडिया के भी साथी थे, वो सभी का जो है से संपर्क करके जो है माओवादियों को जो है माओवादियों की चंगुल से हमारे जो जवान है उसको सकुशल जो रिहा करें।
सर हालत कैसी सर
अभी जो है डॉक्टर साहब लोग जो है अपने उसमें रखे हैं, डॉक्टर साहब अपने पोजीशन में रखे, फिर डॉक्टर साहब ही बताएंगे उनका पूरा टेस्ट करके कि उनकी हालत कैसे है।
All right, the Kamal, in fact, continues to be with us. Kamal, you've spoken to a lot of soldiers, those who were present at the encounter site. What is the picture that comes up? Where were, in fact, the lapses in the SOP possibly, which needs to be now bolstered so that once again this kind of a situation doesn't arise?
See, many are calling this as an intelligence and operational failure, the likes of Rahul Gandhi being one of them. But clearly, when you go in for an encounter or an operation, things are not really perfect, and perhaps less than that. The other part is, one, the ammunition was somehow missing, in the sense they were prepared to fight for a day, but for a number of hours. That's what it took. The other was, if the village was deserted, to where the soldiers had first run to take cover, was completely deserted. We've been told this is a sure-shot sign that the Naxals have already taken over the village. The other part, because the village was completely deserted, many of the villagers were told to actually empty it and vacate it because there was an apprehension that there could be a firefight. Again, a clear indication that there was enough planning done by the Maoists. The third part is obviously whether the outer perimeter, remember there were forces which were coming in from 4 different corners, and even though a backup was prepared, remember that backup was not immediately available, because even though on the radio set they said they were available, it would take number of hours before they could reach. We've been to that area and on the terrain, and even by foot or even by bike, it would take number of hours. So again, that false sense that there was a backup available, that is something that has to be noted. Clearly, again, when it came to the rescue operations also, it took time. And this is the entire complexity of Chhattisgarh, of the Bastar area, and perhaps of Bijapur is that this is not just on the paper that it's plain sight. This is The Maoists shown the role. They know the area like the back of the hand. They know the ins and the outs. They know the escape route, how to enter, and perhaps that is why they have the upper hand. And also the locals really give them information. But clearly, what was unusual was the hostage crisis. We've seen earlier in 2012 and perhaps much earlier in 2017 also, where a hostage crisis has happened, whether it is regarding a Canadian citizen or regarding the district commissioner Alex Wellman, and this is where negotiations have held. And even in this particular matter, remember, journalists played a very important part because they're the first ones to get a call, and this is when they relayed it to the government, to the police, and that is how the information was passed on. But clearly, perhaps a better end for Rakeshwar Manhas, being extremely lucky that he could find his way back, that he's been rescued, released by the Maoists, and this will now set a level playing ground for the forces and for the Maoists for future course. And remember, this is not going to be ending right here. There's been a bloodbath, so there will be a retaliation. And remember, there will be a tactical and a strategic way the security forces now take on the Maoists.
Okay, and these visuals which are coming in exclusive on India Today of the soldier, in fact, being released, some journalists also there. Let's just listen in to these reactions which are coming in.
बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं सबसे पहले थैंक्स गॉड भगवान को बोलूँगी, उसके बाद गवर्नमेंट को बोलूँगी, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, छत्तीसगढ़ गवर्नमेंट, उसके बाद मीडिया को और फोर्स को बोलूँगी थैंक्स सो मच। ज़िंदगी के सबसे गंदे दिन थे, बहुत मुश्किल से गुजारे मैंने, बट फिर भी मैंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी, पेशेंस रखा, नहीं वो वापस आ जाएंगे, जल्दी आ जाएंगे। दिल में यही था कि वो वापस आएंगे।
हम बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है, और जो छोड़ रहे हैं हम उनका धन्यवाद, जो हमारे बेटे को छोड़ रहे हैं, और भगवान का भी बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा शुक्रिया। खुशी करेंगे, सब कुछ खिलाएंगे उनको, हाँ, वेलकम अच्छी तरह करेंगे उनका, हाँ।
An ordeal which lasted 6 days finally over. The CRPF commando has been released by the Maoists after a bloody encounter in which 22 security personnel lost their life and 31 have been injured. One of the bloodiest as far as the anti-Naxal operations are concerned. Kamal, thank you for joining us. That's all that I have in this edition of 6 PM Prime News, and updates continue on the other side.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.